What's up, YouTube? This is Mathos97, and welcome to another episode of my SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 General Manager mode. We are here with the May 24th edition of SmackDown here in Victoria, Texas. And let's take a look at the match card. We've got Tajiri, Paul London. They're going to be competing, and we're going to be showcasing it. We're trying to showcase some of the talent who we haven't really, because I mean, I feel like the first 8 episodes, okay, well, I guess first episode doesn't count as a draft. So, you know, the first 7 episodes of actual SmackDown has mainly focused around our Batistas, Kurt Angles, Big Shows, Kanes, you know, Rob Van Dam, that sort of thing. It's kind of focused around, I feel, the same sort of group of people. So I want to showcase, I mean, heck, SmackDown is known for the cruiserweight division. So I want to showcase a bit of cruiserweight action here tonight. So we're going to have Tajiri, Paul London. They're going to face off in a one-on-one matchup. And, you know, it was like I said with Daivari. We're probably only going to see his entrance like once. And I mean, Tajiri, I feel like, you know, he's not going to be around too long considering he's kind of our jobber guy. But still, he can put on good matches. I want to be able to say that I at least showcased him once before he, in the end, does eventually get released or contract expires, whatever the case may be. I know that I've got Bret Hart waiting in the wings. I plan on bringing him into the series at some point fairly soon, following Judgment Day. So Tajiri, you know, his time is running out. So I really feel like I want to at least get a good, solid match out of him here on our episode. Nice German suplex there to Paul London. Looking to put him away early here. 2 count. 3. Oh, that was a close one right there. Tajiri almost put away Paul London in like 20 seconds. That, gotta say, that would have been pretty impressive if Tajiri could have finished off London in 20 seconds. But that's not the case. This match is going to continue. We're going to have an actual competitive match. Nice insecurity to the back of the head of Tajiri. And now Tajiri just kicks London away, trying to get him to back off. London with a nice counter. So we can see right now, we're seeing a nice exchange between these two superstars. Nice set of counters back and forth. There's by London. Oh, Samoan drop by Paul London. Showing a little bit of power. It's not something we would see too often out of Paul London, but in these kind of cruiserweight matches, that's where the cruiserweights are able to showcase a bit more power. They can hit moves like power bombs, like we would have seen out of Chris Jericho back in his days, back in his WCW days. You know, those kind of power bombs, power slams, suplexes. You know, those sort of moves that do require at least some sort of core strength. But normally you wouldn't see Paul London hitting a suplex or a Samoan drop like that on, you know, a Big Show, a Kane, Batista, you know, those larger superstars. No, that's I mean, the cruiserweights, they're more known for flying around the ring. They're not known so much for their power offense, their strength. But when they are facing off against other cruiserweights, that is something we'll tend to see. Look at this. Look at that exchange there from London and Tajiri. You know, just counter after counter between these two. And that's what's awesome about these two cruiserweights. Well, about the cruiserweight division in general. You'll see the fast-paced action. Belly-to-belly suplex right there by Paul London. You'll see fast-paced action, high-flying moves, counter after counter. Look at this pinfall after pinfall. Just a battle of wits to see who really can gain the upper hand. As we can see right now, Paul London hits a nice standing moonsault right there. Tajiri getting back to his feet. You can see Paul London trying to fire up the crowd here. Oh, what a kick to the back of the head of Paul London. Tajiri looked like he was going for some sort of sunset flip, but London blocked it, and he was met with a kick to the back of his head for his troubles. And now Tajiri with a cross arm breaker here, but he's forced to break the hold. Paul London was not going to tap out of that. He was able to escape. And now London trying to create some distance. Trying to set up some sort of running move here. That's how he ducks behind Tajiri, trying to catch him off guard with a nice reverse DDT. And now London hits another standing moonsault right there. As Paul London really has the upper hand. Nice duck there by Tajiri. Able to drop down to the mat. And now London, countered by Tajiri. Nice shot to the back of Paul London. Oh, what a super kick to the face That man knocked London's lights out. Definitely knocked him for a loop. Paul London, though, somehow able to get back on the offensive, but you can see, holding the back of his head, he definitely did suffer a substantial amount of damage from it. I mean, first the kick to the back of the head out of that sunset flip attempt, and then that kick directly to the face right there. But another enziguri to the back of the head of Tajiri, so both of these superstars showcasing their destructive kicks. As now, oh, nice swinging neck breaker right there by Paul London, taking down Tajiri. And the next episode will, of course, be the Judgment Day pay-per-view. And like I said, I'm not going to play through the entire card, but I am going to play the majority of it. So it's going to be a bit of a longer episode, maybe something closer to like half an hour. I mean, half an hour, 40 minutes, we'll see how it goes, because I am getting close to Extreme Rules as well, so I got to start putting work on that for Universe Mode. And I don't know, this has just been a busy month or two for me, just in general, whether it's work, school, YouTube, just in general. I mean, YouTube, I've had the Slammy Awards, the WWE Draft, WrestleMania. I mean, I've just had a lot going on. Oh, what a powerbomb, a pop-up powerbomb there by Tajiri. As it looked like London maybe was going for a Hurricanrana or something, but Tajiri blocked it. But this is just a busy time for me. And I don't like to have too many videos in a row where they're all super lengthy, because then it's going to slow down, you know, my ability to progress throughout both series. I mean, look at Universe Mode where I've had, like, the WWE Draft. Luckily enough, I've managed to get those videos up. I mean, with it being then WrestleMania, the WWE Draft videos, then I got Slammy Awards coming up, and then, of course, the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. So I have been able to progress a bit quicker through those set of videos than I would have initially expected. I mean, heck, I was thinking the Slammy Awards video was going to be out, you know, like mid-late June, and oh my goodness, another kick. Vicious roundhouse kick to the side of the head of Paul London. If Tajiri can just get the cover, I think he's got London beat here. And, well, our jobber could actually score a victory, but, you know, he had sustained too much damage throughout the course of this match, so he was unable to capitalize. And that may have saved London here in this matchup, may have saved his chances at getting the victory. He's up to the top rope here. Look at this. Shooting star. No, counter by Tajiri. As he got the knees up, was able to block the attempted shooting star press from Paul London. And now London going to the top rope, thinking 450 splash. And he hits it here. Cover on Tajiri. 2 count. And 3. No! Somehow Tajiri just kicked out of the 450 splash. I don't believe it. Tajiri, if he's supposed to be a jobber, he's not doing a very good job at it. I guess Tajiri, well, understandably so, as every other superstar would want. Tajiri, he wants Rob Van Dam's Cruiserweight Championship. You gotta think, Tajiri, you know, if you're a jobber in any company, you don't want to stay there. You want to try to progress and move forward. And I think that's what Tajiri is trying to do here tonight against Paul London. A very back and forth contest between these two men. Paul London, though, he hangs up Tajiri on the ropes there. And now look at this. German suplex counter, though, by Tajiri. He manages to land on his feet. And now he's caught Paul London off guard. London, though, with a counter of his own. And now look at this roll up. Roll up on Tajiri. He could have him here. 1, 2. No. Kick out by Tajiri at a 2 count. And another vicious kick to the face of Paul London. And London now, he's just about had it. He's had enough of Tajiri's resiliency here tonight. Oh, and an elbow drop to the back of the head somehow. It barely connected, but yet, you know, in this game, as long as you hit a move off the top rope, whether you get, if you're a face, you basically get full momentum in the later stages of the match. So, I mean, it works. And heck, Tajiri, he's kicked out of so many moves in this matchup. Paul London, I guess he could do with the shortcut at this point. I mean, look at this. 16 minutes. 16 flippin' minutes for a single match. And it's not an Iron Man match. It's not even a tag team match, a fatal 4-way. No, it's just a singles match. 16 minutes. And you see why I had to end up cutting this match down, because this was just ridiculous. All over the place. Nice counter there by Paul London. He was able to duck the kick by Tajiri. And, you know, if London gets hit with too many more of those kicks, he's going to be out of it for good in this one. Oh, nice shot to the back of Tajiri. Going for another counter again by Tajiri as he lands on his feet. And I guess that's what happens when you're a high-flying superstar. It's real easy to land on your feet from a move like that. As Paul London delivers a big kick to the face of Tajiri. Goes to the top rope, and Tajiri cuts him off with the pass. Man, Tajiri just will not say die here in this matchup. Drop kick right there by Paul London to the face of Tajiri. London going back to the top rope here. And this time, a leg drop that barely connects. Gets into full momentum, though. And that's what he needs at this point. Because, I mean, Tajiri should have been finished off long ago. I don't know how Tajiri is still hanging in this thing. Paul London gets knocked over the top rope. Wow, this is just not looking too good for Paul London. If he lets this go on too much longer, Tajiri's going to walk out with a victory. Oh, what a dragon suplex there. Or maybe a full Nelson suplex into the cover. And that's it, folks. Paul London finally puts away Tajiri. Oh my gosh, what a matchup that was. Very, very long, very back and forth. Maybe a bit overkill, but nonetheless, that's what happens when you put these two cruiserweights up against each other. If that were, you know, if my expectations going to that matchup were anything other than a squash match, that would have been a really good match. But, you know, I mean, Tajiri, maybe he's getting too rebellious. I think his time here on SmackDown could be coming to a close, maybe even sooner than we thought. He really just would not put over Paul London there. And once again, you know, it seems like that's going to be a reoccurring thing throughout this series, that the controller that I have for the PlayStation 2 just wants to have that weird pop-up where it says it's disconnected. Even though immediately once the pop-up goes away, I can hit, it works. It's not like it comes disconnected and then it just stays disconnected for a couple seconds, couple minutes. No, it's just like a tiny little blip, and then it's back. I don't understand it. I mean, this PlayStation 2 is pretty old. I've had it since 2001, 2002. No, maybe not 2001. Maybe that's a bit earlier. Like 2002, 2003, I think. Maybe even 2004. I mean, it's a pretty old system. It's at least 10 years old. Just like my old Game Boy Advance. You know, the two relics that's, you know, just started out my gaming career. And WWE, Pokemon and WWE games. Speaking of Pokemon, I'm debating bringing it back. I know at one point, at least on Twitter, I know at one point I tweeted that I was not going to be making another Pokemon video for a while. I don't remember when that was. I was trying to look back for it the other day just to figure out, well, how long that decree lasted. But this time I want to do something a little bit different. I would love to have a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon walkthrough on my channel. And not really much of a walkthrough, but this way, you know, with you know, the career field I'm trying to go into, with like, I would love to do something in broadcasting, like media, that sort of thing. And I feel like maybe even voice acting. I know that's always been kind of, not always, but more recently, it's like voice acting. You know, if in a perfect world, that would be like my dream job, if I could be a voice actor. I think that would just be really cool. So I think playthrough of Mystery Dungeon, that would be awesome. I'd be able to voice act for some of the characters, and that's a lot of dialogue. It's a dialogue-heavy game, so I would really enjoy making a series on that game. Not sure if or when I'm going to be doing that. I probably will at some point, because even back when I made Pokemon videos a while back, it was always a series I would have liked to do. I like the Mystery Dungeon games. They're really cool. They've got a different story. They're different than the normal Pokemon games. And I'm sure this probably isn't the place where I should be talking about it. You know, if not here, where? So as we focus back in on the matchup, look at Kurt Angle, German suplex to Randy Orton out on the floor. And Kurt Angle, he's got a finisher stored up. He's looking the goods here early on, to quote my good buddy Burnham Plays. He's looking mighty impressive at the moment. Now he's working on the arm of Randy Orton. And he just throws him away there as Batista and Triple H in the ring. Yet another German suplex by Kurt Angle. He's just a suplex machine here tonight. Oh, look at this. He's got Randy Orton up for the Angle Slam. Right there, Randy Orton. He is down. Could he be out here? This is, of course, a hardcore tag team match following what went down last episode where Triple H got his team disqualified, attacking Batista with a sledgehammer. And you know we want a definitive conclusion for this one, so it's no disqualification. Anything goes in this hardcore matchup, and it's almost, you know, hardcore matches back in these games, it's like a no-holds-barred falls count anywhere match. So pinfalls can occur outside the ring, inside the ring. So you always got to be on your guard. You can't really duck to the outside just to try to. Can't really duck to the outside to try to save yourself, because you can be eliminated out there too. You can be pinned. You can, if you tap out, then you're done. This isn't a match where falls have to occur in the ring. Although that's probably where we're going to see most of these superstars be competing. Look at this! A second angle slam right there by Kurt Angle to Randy Orton. And now he's going after Triple H. As now we can see the two sets of rivals going at it. As Orton, we had to fast forward a little bit in the matchup as well, because this was also, I mean, mainly because of that first matchup taking 16 flipping minutes. I was just done by this point, so yeah, you have to imagine, put yourself in my shoes. Wait, cover by Batista off the German suplex. Oh, but Triple H just gets in at the last second with that 2x4 wrapped in barbed wire. Oh, but now Batista, he's going after Orton and Triple H. And Kurt Angle now, he's trying to get in on the action here. And, well, Batista got in the way. And Kurt Angle just delivered a German suplex. Like I said, suplex machine here. He's just taking everybody to Suplex City. I mean, the German suplex. I mean, not even his own partner is safe from the onslaught here. And again, Kurt Angle hangs up Orton in the ropes there. And now look at this. He's got Orton again for another angle slam right there. And now Batista's going to go for the cover. Triple H, can he break it up? He does yet again, as this is turning into almost like a 2K14 tag team match where the team just... Oh, another German suplex by Kurt Angle. I mean, we got Suplex City. We've got the frequent pinfall breakups. Yeah, this is just like a 2K15 game. Cover here by Kurt Angle. Yes, he does. Kurt Angle off. What, I think it was the fourth angle slam. Kurt Angle manages to finish off Randy Orton. And Kurt Angle and get here tonight. And that's definitely going to give them some momentum heading into the Judgment Day pay-per-view. The next episode. Be sure to stay tuned for that. Get hyped. As you can see, we got some news here. Judgment Day coming up. We got 16 fans, so that's always a good thing. Gaining ground. Building more momentum for SmackDown as we head into the pay-per-view. John Cena, well, he won the WWE Championship on Raw, so even though Raw had a WWE Championship matchup, we still were able to gain fans. We were able to surpass them for this week's ratings, so that, you know, that's really saying something. So you can see they had a 2.5-star show overall. Two of their matches scored 3.5. As you can see, the main event, Cena defeating JBL. And we got a 3-star show overall with our main event coming in at 4.5 stars. That is huge. That's huge for us in this rating war. As we're going to move on to Judgment Day in the next episode. And I feel like that should say Tuscan. Tuxna? Is that a typo? I feel like it might be. But I could be wrong. Maybe I don't even know my own country. But, as you can see, we got a lot of contracts that are starting to come up. Got a lot of 5-week contracts there. Tajiri, though, I'm surprised. It says that he's lost 5 in a row, but he doesn't appear to be too upset. Maybe his popularity is just so low that he doesn't really care. Because, I mean, hey, he's probably happy to have the job. I don't know. As you can see, Triple H, he's a bit upset. He's been losing a lot lately, which does not bode well heading into his championship title defense against Kurt Angle at the pay-per-view. As we take one last look at our current champions, as with all the titles being on the line at Judgment Day, those could easily change. So as you can see, we take one more look at the rivalries, as after Judgment Day, those definitely are going to be changing. We're going to be mixing things up. So as we take a look, what all we got going for us heading into Judgment Day. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for watching this episode of SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 General Manager Mode. And as you can take a look, we're doing it. Bret Hart, he has just been enabled to be selected, so hopefully, following the Judgment Day pay-per-view, we can pick up Bret Hart from the free agency. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep on YouTubing.